Hey, what's happening, everybody? Welcome to episode 1 of Red Pill Parker. I'm your host, Peter Parker. So, there's a movement out there, and you can read this in the description. I'm going to give a basic synopsis of what MGTOW is and why I've taken the red pill. MGTOW means men going their own way. For most of us, we grow up more or less brainwashed to believe certain things. Now, you can still believe those things, but some of them you might grow up to question. Like, for instance, why people always look down on people that don't want to get married, for instance. That's my biggest, you know, it's a popular thing. These days, I think a lot of dudes, anyone in general, mostly dudes, I'm talking about dudes in particular, they want to explore their options. I don't want to be chained down to one woman the rest of my life. I just don't. I just don't. It doesn't mean I don't like girls. Just think girls are kind of, irritating. These days, society is just finds new ways to rope you down, right? And it doesn't help the fact that parents are also putting the pressure on their kids at a certain age to be a man and get married, blah blah blah. But and this is something I also do in my other videos, that I point out evidence of how it doesn't work for celebrities. And they're still people. They might have money, but they're still people, and those are good examples of why you shouldn't rush into something because someone tells you to. Don't get mad because someone tells you to. Do it because you want to, or don't do it at all. But the purpose of the red pill is to wake up from essentially the enslavement of society. I'm losing my train of thought, but I'll keep this brief. The more red pill knowledge I get from YouTube videos and whatnot, the more I've opened my eyes to the bullshit I've been exposed to my whole damn life. I think marriage is my biggest issue, especially today. Like, I have no desire to spend all that damn money, buy a ring for a broad, pay for the damn wedding, because you know she ain't going to. First, you gotta propose to the bitch and hope that she says yes. That's the first thing. Of course, chicks don't propose to dudes, so it's all on the man. That's what I'm saying. All that stuff is on the man. It's like, chicks are the ones with the biological time clocks, not the dudes. Like, I'm not in any rush for commitment. I've already seen the bad side of commitment. I've seen the dark side of commitment, which is part of why I've taken the red pill. And ever since I've absorbed some of that knowledge, I listen to guys like Tom Likas and MGTOW knowledge, MGTOW philosopher, people like that. Ever since I started listening to those guys, it's like a big light has come on the end of the tunnel. And my eyes have been open. What I'm saying. It can help you out if you're a dude out there by yourself. If you're a single dude, unmarried, you're not looking for commitment, focus on yourself. It's like, I think that gets lost in today's society. Everyone's like, oh, when people act like you have to be a certain age to do certain stuff that you might not be ready for. I don't want to get married at all. I can't even picture it. It's a scary concept. Women would probably tell you the exact opposite. You know why? They want it more than dudes. I don't care for marriage. I don't care if it really did. Best example is that crazy girl from my church. Why I just walked the other way. And that's when I started to realize how crazy girls are. And I was interested in her. I liked her. I did. But once she said, I want to be a mom, pretty much like, this chick is insane. And then I started to think more. I'm like, okay, so we're the same age. She's like 25. Her time clock is running out. So she's like trying to lock somebody down so she can pop out a couple brats and fulfill her ego. That's all it is. People at Tom Life can tell you this. People having kids is an ego trip. It's ego. Like, oh, because they want to brag about their kids. They do it all the time, especially at sports games. Like, oh, look at what my kid can do. Oh, my son is the quarterback for the football team. My daughter is the cheerleader captain or whatever. It's all about bragging. You know, like someone like me, I don't think we need that many more people in this world, man. I think we need to focus on ourselves as individuals before considering the option of bringing yet more people into this already corrupt world. It's not a good time to be raising families anyway. People are just so desperate. My parents that want to be grandparents, it's just so desperate. They can't even see the overall picture of it's not a freaking walk in the park. It's really not. Apparently kids are expensive, I believe it. I see the amount of money people spend on their brats. Spend almost $200 freaking dollars. You know, it's only one kid. You know how much money I could save if I was just buying for myself? A lot. Like, there are places around the world I want to see. Can't do that if you're pushing a stroller or changing the kid's diaper, wiping the kid's ass. Can't do it. Your ass will be chained down. It's even worse to do with a woman because chicks are crazy. Yeah, not all of them, but the ones I've interacted with are crazy. Which is a fact. And just kind of sick of it. I don't know. Part of me feels the pressure to settle down, but I'm very settled. I'm very settled. I mean, I'm thinking about all the freedom I have, being able to play games all day, being able to work on my stories, being able to sleep. Can't do that when you got a screaming kid in the next room, whining and carrying on because one needs to get fed or some bull crap. I got a puppy. She's upstairs sleeping right now. She's more than enough. I mean, heaven forbid something happens, but I'm like, kind of the same thing. I think pets are better than people in some areas. I don't know. I think pets are better than having an actual human being. I can enjoy a pet more than I would enjoy an annoying infant crying and smelling like crap or whatever. I see the other side of the bridge every day. I work in the supermarket where I see a bunch of idiots every single fucking day. I see other people they act like their kids are the best things in sliced bread. When in reality, you know, those kids are acting up at home, act up in the damn car, drive their parents crazy. But the parents will still put on a happy face in public because I guess that's what it takes to fit in. But I don't fall for it because I just know, man. I got that knowledge. Like, I've been studying up on MGTOW and the red pill, and it's a life changer, man. Now, I'm not completely opposed to kids, but I'm not going to do it on someone else's time. I would prefer to adopt, because there are tons of kids out there in the adoption agencies and foster care. They don't have a home. They don't have a home. And when they get too old to stay there, they could dump on the streets. So I'd rather adopt a kid and just do that. Because at least they don't have to deal with a friggin' woman. It's one thing to smash a chick and bounce forward from morning light. Another thing entirely to deal with a woman 24/7. Get home from a hard day at work and you gotta deal with some nagging brat. I don't think so. I'd sooner put a shotgun to my neck. See, people don't always think about this. Especially my parents these days. I'm like, I know they're getting up there. They're not that old. But I'm like, they're not being realistic. They're just thinking on, oh, I want grandkids. Well, I'm sure you do. But I'm not in any position to be offering it. It's just not going to happen. Because I don't want to say I'm a realist, but I think logically, what most dudes do. At my age, it doesn't make any sense for me to be married. None. And then I did my research, because today's day and age, it's the perfect opportunity for young people like myself to take advantage of all the information that's out there. Do my research into marriage, and it seems that the rates for marriage are going down. Less and less people are doing it, especially men. They're opting out. MGTOW is growing. It's working, people. It's out there. It's real. It may not seem like it on the surface, but it's taking effect. And I've taken the pill. I'm glad I did. It's a lot easier now to detect chicks that have hit the wall and have become bitter crows. A lot easier to see which bitches are desperate. And I even gotta say, some of the young girls are just freaking whores waiting to come out, man. They're so easy. I can get any one of them, but I'm not going to. I'm gonna just better sit back and watch the fireworks. I am going my own way. I've never really followed the crowd. It's not what I do. It's not my thing. Even in high school, did never cared about following the crowd. I was never popular. There's a reason for that. Probably kids eventually end up doing something stupid. As I think about it, got my ass kicked a couple times in school back in the day. Got teased, bullied. One time I beat up a bully. Actually, a couple times. Even in second grade, I think it was. First time I beat someone's ass. It was fun. But these same girls that ignored me in high school, good looking ones too. Same girls that were cheerleaders, spread their legs and now they're freaking single moms or whatever. 3, 4 kids, and now they're looking for more suckers to reel in. It's like, it's not attractive. It's not. Like the bitches, their looks disappear. Their bodies, in most cases, expand to the point where, like, girl, they can't even fit into a damn bathing suit anymore. Not that I want to see them in one. I'm like, there's one girl I went to school with back in the day. She had one kid, and her body just disappeared. She looks terrible. She looks twice her freaking age. It's probably because she had to do all that damn crying when the kid was younger or whatever. She looks twice her age. Whereas I'm in my mid-20s, I look like I'm 18. People give me compliments all the time. Everyone thinks I'm a kid. That's a compliment. You know why? Because I don't have any stress going on. I have a freaking woman yelling screaming in my ear on the phone. The last time that happened, I hung up on the bitch. I did. After a while, I just had enough. I'm like, you know what? Got to go. After a while, started my ex. She started yelling screaming at me on the phone. After a while, I started hanging up on her. Like, it's gotten worse in society. These girls are so entitled. They think they can do whatever the hell they want. They think they can treat dudes however the hell they want. And that they'll still keep, and that dude is still interested in them. Like this girl I was friends with briefly on Facebook, which gave me attitude for a comment on something she posted. I haven't said shit to her since. And you know what? She still comes after me. I still see her looking at me. You know why? Because she's crazy. That's why. That's the main reason. But other reason is she's desperate. I don't think she's in her 20s yet, but it's where it starts, man. Chances are she has daddy issues, which is part of why girls like that should go to older dudes. They need someone to represent their anger, take out their anger. It's not getting any better, people. It's really not. I think now is the time to put your foot down and, if you're a man, take the red pill, go your own way. Smash some chicks, pump and dump, do all that shit. But don't commit, because then she has all the power. So I listened to MGTOW Knowledge, Darius, whatever his name is, the other day, and it's like, what do chicks offer other than what's between their thighs? Nothing. Nothing. Absolutely nothing. He's right. The more I think about it, like, yeah, he's right, man. I mean, chicks don't really talk about politics or video games. So it's like, the only thing they can really offer is what's between her thighs. And 9 times out of 10, like, oh, there's methods you can use. How many girls are actually going to be on birth control when a dude says he wants to get some? I guarantee 95% will say they are, but they're not. Because they want to trap a man. Because you know they can't get a man the other way, so they're going to trap his ass. I guarantee it's what that blonde chick want to do. She want to trap a man, offer him something she can offer. It's the only thing she can really offer. Something that's between her thighs. First you gotta marry the bitch, and then she'll get knocked up. And trap you in a marriage with some broad I never want. In my case, the kid I never wanted. I don't. This is why I'm a bachelor. I love it. I can play games all day. I can read. I can sleep, eat ice cream, make my own damn food, watch TV, order tons of shit online. If you're in a relationship, she has all the power. And these days, girls work more than dudes, I have to say, which is kind of surprising. There's way more girls at the chum bucket than there is dudes. It's starting to scare me. And there's tons of dudes around the building, but I'm like, up front, especially at the freaking front desk. It's way too much estrogen over there, man. It's a red flag. I'm like, gee whiz. I think it's kind of sad to see where society's going. And this whole feminism thing is spread into entertainment, like Star Wars, for instance. That's another discussion, unfortunately. These girls are just not worth it, man. They are not worth it. I'm like, I had to be reminded of the dangers of an office relationship because, of course, girls want to date guys at the office. Because she'll have all of the cards in her hands. Because if you break up, and you probably will, if you break up, she can go to HR, file for sexual harassment or whatever, and your ass will be gone. It's happened. I've seen it. It's happened. Some guy was banging a chick at the office and he got fired. She did. She's still there. She's a freaking whore. She's still there. But he got fired. It's like, I would have fired both their asses. Why would you fire him but not her? She's the one who's probably seduced him. I don't know the whole story, but she's just as guilty as him. But for some reason, the man always gets hit by the truck first. And the woman always gets to play the victim because girls are irresponsible, right? Girls don't choose to spread their legs and pop out 3 or 4 kids, then look around for single dudes to take care of their brats, right? Girls are responsible, right? Some girls are lazy, lazier than others, but like, plain and simple, this just isn't the 60s and 70s. Like, I know my parents were, I think they were both in their 20s when they got married, but they were in different situations. I'm not in that situation. I'm not in any position to be getting on one knee and proposing to some broad. Like I would ever do that anyway. Not in a million years. It's like, the more I think about it, this is why I always listen to these videos, because you really are looking up to her as a superior being. You're asking her to basically control you for the rest of your freaking life. Why? Why? Why do you need to sign a contract to be with somebody? It's ridiculous. Get the same kind of ass by just living by myself and having a broad come over once in a while. Not even the same broad, multiple different bitches. Gotta sign a contract to be with somebody. That's ridiculous. It's like I just laugh at some of these dudes I went to school with getting married because they think it's the cool thing to do. Just like in school. I was just like in school, kids think it's cool to do drugs, then they end up in a damn hospital breathing through straws. Then if people think it's cool to get married, they do it. Then they get divorced 5 years later. She takes all this crap. That's exactly what's going to happen. That's why girls smile when they're walking down the aisle. Because they're already planning like 5 steps ahead. Only thing the man's thinking about is getting between her thighs. She's thinking about all the other guys she's going to be smashing when he's at work. She's thinking about how much money she's going to be taking when she files for divorce. That's what she's thinking about. That's why they got a big smile on their face. But people want to disguise this marriage as this holy matrimony thing, when it's really not. Not according to my research. I'm listening to actual dudes that have been married, and they say it's not what it appears to be. And I believe it. But even girls are manipulated by their grandmothers and their mothers and sisters. And that marriage is something they have to do before a certain age. That's their choice. But for dudes, not a good deal. I have no interest in it. None. I'm perfectly fine playing games and learning how to drive and all that stuff. Perfectly fine where shit is now. The most I'll do is get a better job later on once I finally get my license. Other than that, I couldn't give two shits about marriage and commitment. It's not what it appears to be. And I've seen the dark side of marriage or relationships. So, never been married. Never will. I don't care how pretty she is, because the prettier she is, the more problems she has. Everybody's got problems, but girls are particularly low in self-esteem. I see it all the time. And they don't know how to save their money, which is another issue entirely. That's why I need a man. So you can take all his money. Everybody knows dudes don't want to save. They invest, and it always pays off. Like, I see the amount of money chicks spend on their makeup and stuff. And for what? To get a couple extra drinks at the bar from some random guy? She's not going to look like that in the morning, I'll tell you that. She might look freaking Jessica Alba at the bar in the morning. She might be a man. You never know, especially today. You just don't know. Same thing with having kids. You just don't know what you're going to get. You don't know. It's not a bet that I want to take. I'm not a gambling person, so. One thing I'm really focusing on these days are new Spider-Man game and Tomb Raider, the new Wolfenstein, Assassin's Creed, shit like that. Fantastic Beasts, Part 2. That's what I'm waiting for. And none of it involves a woman. I'll tell you that right now. Yep, this is Red Pill Parker. Episode 1, signing out. If you're going to take the red pill, I would advise you to do it. It will change your life. Research, red pill videos, MGTOW, knowledge. It opens your eyes. It really does. And you'll start to see girls, especially for what they are. Attention whores. So this is Red Pill Parker, signing out.